organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
On this edition of Daily Iowan TV,
diversity disparity. Find out what is concerning Iowa City School District members and what they're doing to change it.
Ryan running for president. Find out what Congressman Paul Ryan had to say during his keynote speech Friday night.
And in sports, a special Monday edition of 5 Things.
All that and much more next.
Daily Iowan TV is ready to go.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mary LaPlaca.
And I'm Hannah Thompson.
A worrying trend has been occurring within the Iowa City School District. The falling number of minorities in teaching positions. Our own Greta Miley explored the drop in diversity.
While the Iowa City School District set the bar for minorities to make up 5% of teachers and 6% of administrators in the 2013 to 2014 school year, the district fell short of their goal, according to a recent equity report.
We'd like to see diverse representation, and if we can't get it, we want to make sure that we are trying to bring in teachers who have experiences working in diverse environments.
To pick out specific words so that we know what operation to use.
While the district did hire 5 new minority staff members, Wilburn believes that the current economy and affordability of education have led to a lack of educators even at the national level.
Just competition with other fields, and that relates to how much teachers are paid. That will have a factor on who decides to go into education.
And with the number of minority students on the rise, increasing from 26% to 34% in the past decade, the district is motivated to maintain equity through future new hires.
Our primary responsibility is get students prepared for learning and working, functioning, contributing to the global society. And in order to do that, you have to know yourself and know those who are out there in the world and some who are different than you.
Wilburn said the district will continue to focus on hiring cultural and culturally aware staff to foster role model relationships with students. Greta Miley, Daily Iowan TV.
An Iowa City couple are in jail after exposing 3 children to methamphetamine. Luis Chavez Perciado and Nazra Fernandez Curry face 6 counts of child endangerment for having 2.5 pounds of methamphetamine around Fernandez Curry's children in their Washington Street home. When police arrived on scene, they discovered a 5-year-old who had his hands tied behind his back. That boy also said that Fernandez Curry used a taser on him once. Child endangerment for meth exposure is a Class D felony.
Additional information about a deadly crash this past weekend on Interstate 80. 4 were injured and 1 killed Sunday afternoon when a driver of a Toyota Corolla lost control and hit the center wall nearing to the Coral Ridge Mall exit. The accident caused the pickup driver to crash into the Corolla. Troopers say that the victim who passed away was a teenager. The driver of the pickup was not injured.
University of Iowa Hospital and Clinics has yet again received national recognition for their health care. UIHC is consistently recognized for medical advancements, but this year the facility landed a spot as one of the top 100 hospitals in the nation by the Becker Hospital Review. The ranking primarily looked at the hospital's outcomes, and UI spokesman Tom Moore says that's a testament to the specialized work at UIHC.
Well, clearly it's confirmation that our faculty and staff here do tremendous work. Some of them are literally the best in the world at what they do.
With the new children's hospital under construction, UIHC is expected to expand their care for pediatric patients even further.
A rare sight for stargazers early Tuesday morning. The first of 4 lunar eclipses over the course of the next 2 years will fill the night sky. Unlike most eclipses that are hardly visible, tomorrow's eclipse will be a blood moon, getting its name from the dark red color. Visibility starts around 1 a.m. Central Time Tuesday morning and will last around 3 hours.
Much more still coming your way on Daily Iowan TV.
Republican Congressman and former vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan brought a high profile to the area this past weekend. Details in Political Alert.
And in sports, one baseball pitcher earning Big Ten honors.
And in the midst of all the sunshine, we've got some snow this morning, and it was pretty depressing.
I know I didn't want to wake up and go to class at all, but we'll hand it over to our own Megan Horhan in the Daily Iowan TV studio for a look at what we can expect for the rest of the week. Megan?
Thanks, guys. This gloomy weather that we've had today will not carry on into tomorrow. However, rainy skies are in the forecast later on this week. Unfortunately, the spring-like temps are not looking to be in store for us tomorrow. The morning will start off at a mere 36 degrees and will only rise to 44 degrees by the afternoon. The sun will be shining, but be sure to wear a jacket on the way to class. The evening temps will drop back down to 35 degrees. Looking at the rest of the week, there will be partly cloudy skies on Wednesday. However, the temperature could reach 63 degrees. Thursday and Friday temps will be in the mid-50s, but there's a 40 to 50% chance for rain. By the weekend, we will see temperatures in the 60s, but that rain will continue on in full force. That's all I have for this week's weather. Don't forget your umbrella later on this week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Megan, and now we'll toss it over to our own Reed Chandler for this week's edition of Political Alert. This past weekend, former vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan was in Cedar Rapids for the annual Lincoln Dinner. Reed, what did the congressman have to say?
Republican Congressman Paul Ryan made his way through Iowa Friday for the annual GOP Lincoln Dinner in Cedar Rapids. Here, 5 Republican Senate candidates spoke at the dinner, and Congressman Ryan stressed unity, but his arrival was not greeted by only supporters. Daily Iowan TV's Megan Sanchez was at the event. Check it out.
First Avenue in Cedar Rapids was lined with protesters Friday evening as they awaited the arrival of Congressman Paul Ryan. Meanwhile, inside the Doubletree Hotel, nearly 400 Republicans greeted him with the flash of cameras and smiles. First in the lineup for the evening's events were the 5 Republican Senate candidates hoping to be elected to Senator Tom Harkin's current seat. Each candidate expressed different reasons for running for the seat. However, there was one thing they all knew for sure.
That any of these candidates would be a better United States Senator than Bruce Braley.
Then, Congressman Paul Ryan took the stage.
Wow. Wow. Thanks, everybody. That's great.
Congressman Ryan wanted to promote unity among the Republican Party. He noted that although at times their tactics may be different, their principles are the same.
Focus on the big picture, on the big idea. We know who we are. We know what made our country great. We know what will restore this country.
After his keynote address, media tried to get him to speak about 2016.
Look, I'm not going to get into any of that stuff. Right now I am focused on doing my job. I am focused on 2014.
Although he didn't want to talk about the future, he spoke with Daily Iowan reporter Brett Griffiths about his budget proposal and what it entails for federal student loans.
He feels Democrats and President Obama have essentially been inflating tuition through their constant renewals and expansion of the Pell Grant program, and he characterizes some of the cuts to the program as more solvent in the long term.
All right, so there you have it here in Cedar Rapids. Megan Sanchez, back to you, Reed.
The 5 Senate candidates are set to face off in the Republican primary on June 3rd. To find out more about Ryan's budget proposal, check out Wednesday's political page in the Daily Iowan. But for now, it's back to you ladies at the desk.
And now look at what's happening beyond Iowa. 3 people were shot and killed outside of a Jewish community center near Kansas City, Kansas on Sunday. Frazier Glenn Cross is a prime suspect. Cross has a history of anti-Semitic and white supremacist activities. He was taken into custody at a nearby elementary school. He will appear in court Monday and face the charges of premeditated first-degree murder.
Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps just can't seem to stay out of the pool. Phelps came out of retirement and hopes to compete in the 2016 Olympics in Rio, Brazil. He finished the 6-month probationary period required to compete from the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency. Phelps started training this fall and will compete for the first time since the London Olympics later this month.
And it was a very busy weekend for Hawkeye athletics.
Yes, it was, Mary. Now our own Alyssa Bergamini and Rachel Bedell are standing by in the Daily Iowan TV sports studio ready to fill you in about everything black and gold.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Iowan TV sports studio. Football, the talk of the weekend. Alongside Rachel Bedell, I'm Alyssa Bergamini.
We'll get to the gridiron in just a bit, but we start tonight on the diamond, where another one of Rick Heller's pitchers is grabbing an award.
That's right, Rachel. That pitcher would be Sasha Kubil, who today was named Big Ten Co-Pitcher of the Week. This is the second time Kubil earned the award in his career, the first going way back on May 21st, 2012.
The award comes after an amazing 2 outings by the St. Louis native. He picked up 2 wins while posting a 0.62 ERA against Kansas and in a shutout game against Northwestern.
You can catch Kubil and the rest of the squad back in action Tuesday night as they host Western Illinois at Dwayne Bakes Field. First pitch is set at 6:30 p.m.
Baseball not the only ones having a good week. The men's golf team taking the team title at the Hawkeye Great River Entertainment Invitational on Sunday. The Hawks posted a team score of 853.
And what a rainy day for the Hawks, withstanding downpours all throughout the day. However, that wasn't enough to stop senior Stephen Ime from grabbing his second consecutive title at the Invite with a 7-under par.
You gotta think of it as, everyone can play it, everyone has to play in it. If I can stay mentally tougher than them, then that's an edge that I think I have. And honestly, you got to look at it as it's almost kind of fun to play in the rain. As sad as it sounds, it's tough to do, but if you embrace it, it can be your advantage.
That's a 3rd tournament victory of Ime's Iowa career, and he actually took playing in the rain all day pretty well.
I'm not sure if I could have done as well as him.
Me either. It wouldn't be very fun. But as we mentioned earlier, Iowa football back in action over the weekend.
In past seasons, Iowa football found times where they were lacking in its running back department, but that's not the case going into this upcoming season.
Our own Jalen Socek has a story of one young running back that was earning some praise from head coach Kirk Ferentz himself. Jalen?
9 running backs decorate the Iowa football team's roster. That's 9 weapons Iowa was able to dispose of after facing seasons of injuries and suspensions in the running back slot. During Saturday's open spring practice in Des Moines, Iowa put on display just how stacked they are. But of the 9, one earning a little extra love from his head coach. That's sophomore Barkley Hill.
Trying to really look at the younger guys too, the guys we haven't seen play. And I thought Barkley Hill, on the positive note, I thought Barkley did a good job. He's done a good job this spring, and I thought he had a really good day today. He was focused. And
the spring of improvement could lead to Hill seeing some playing time for the first time in his career come fall.
Unfortunately, guys, that's all the time we have for this evening. But before we go, as promised, finishing things up, a special Monday edition of 5 Things with our very own Taylor Axelson and Jalen Socek. Ladies, go for it.
Hello and welcome again to 5 Things. Spring football underway as Kirk Ferentz and squad wrapping up their 9th practice.
Taylor, there are a lot of changes on the gridiron with players young and old stepping up to fill vacant positions. Since then, they'll be losing some is graduation.
But don't be worried. We have 5 players who should be on your watch list come this fall. First on our list, as mentioned earlier, our young promising running back, Barkley Hill. As of right now, he's in the middle of the pack, but he has plenty of time to climb the ladder by fall.
And it's a steep one with Wiseman and Kanzeri on top. 4th on our list, Jordan Lomax. Lomax started his career at cornerback where he had recorded 4 solo tackles, but he missed 4 games due to injury. Now he's transitioning into a safety.
At number 3, Ray Hamilton, a senior player likely to fulfill the big shoes that was once C.J. Fedorowicz. He had 8 receptions for 95 yards last season.
Continuing our countdown, number 2, Damon Powell. The wide receiver didn't see much action last season, but still managed to tally 291 yards off 12 grabs. He's likely to play a large role in Iowa's offense next season.
And at the number 1 spot, drum roll please, Quentin Alston. As a senior, Alston could have what it takes to step up and fill the role of one of 3 linebackers lost to hopefully the NFL draft. He has the experience and had great guidance from Kirksey, Morris, and Hitchens, and has the making of a team leader.
As you can see, there's a lot to look forward to, but that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks again for hanging out with us.
Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Rachel. And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek into tomorrow's pages of the Daily Iowan.
Losing languages, find out why foreign languages are being cut from the Iowa City School District.
And learn what Governor Terry Branstad is doing to protect students from sexual exploitation.
Well, that's your latest edition of the Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out at the same time tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.
Iowa SJMC.
Want a major that'll take you somewhere?
I joined and now I make videos for the university. I joined and now I work for the most trusted news source in America. SJMC.